50 Cent is now publicly calling out anyone who showed up at Diddy's well-known parties, and the conversation online is getting louder by the minute. A supposed guest list from Diddy's all-white events has surfaced across social platforms, sparking debate and putting several high-profile names under a new wave of attention. Diddy continues to push back against the growing speculation, but clips circulating online are fueling even more questions about who was involved and what investigators may look into next. Legal experts believe that if the situation unfolds in Diddy's favor, he could potentially regain his freedom as early as next month. For now, the spotlight isn't just on him, it's shifting toward anyone who might be pulled in as scrutiny deepens and the story continues to evolve.
Defense in the Diddy case gets its way. Diddy could be a free man next month, because they have filed a massive document basically setting out their position. And their position is that what he was convicted of amounts to nothing more really than an orgy.
Yes, that he had orgies. Big deal is kind of the tone of the documents that they filed, and they, make their case for him. If you're going to convict him, that this should be a very lenient sentence.
So what they're asking for is this. They are saying, look, he was found not guilty on all the serious charges: racketeering, fraud, force, coercion, rape, all of those found not guilty. He wasn't charged with rape, but it was part of the force issue. The only thing he's left with is the Mann Act, which is taking a prostitute across state lines and paying them for sex. What they're saying is, what that is worth is 14 months in prison and then supervised release for some period thereafter.
Now, we should say that this is what they are, right. Diddy's team is suggesting to the judge. The prosecutors are on the far other end of the spectrum, where they're saying he should get somewhere between 4 to 5 years. That would, I'm sure, include time served. Again, he's been in for a year now.
I gotta say,
that would be...
That would be throwing the book at him for a Mann Act violation.
Yeah.
If he gets 14 months, if the defense gets what they want, he'd essentially get out October 3rd, because
he's been in
for a year,
months.
And you get 15% credit for time served. So he'd basically be out after the sentence, and then he'd be on supervised release.
And 50 Cent have been positioned on opposite sides of the industry for a long time, and their tension goes back years. According to 50 Cent, he sensed unusual behavior from Diddy from the moment they first crossed paths. During a 2018 appearance on The Breakfast Club, 50 recalled an interaction where Diddy invited him out, framing it as a shopping trip, and the exchange left him uncomfortable. He explained that the encounter felt overly familiar, prompting him to step back and create distance. While 50 has shared his version of events publicly, his comments have resurfaced as new scrutiny surrounds Diddy's past behavior. These claims don't prove anything on their own, but they're adding more layers to a feud that has already lasted more than a decade, and they continue to shape how the public views their long-standing conflict.
Business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was asking to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. And now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you, and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards, or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is, to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter. Like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, I spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there.
Yeah.
Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this. They see it.
One person who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. We are still seeing a major effort to protect the big names, just like
reports surrounding Diddy and 50 Cent's early encounters suggest that Diddy tried to persuade 50 with money and influence. According to 50's own retelling, the offer to go shopping wasn't about clothes. It was presented as an invitation into Diddy's inner circle, where access to wealth and industry connections came with strings attached. 50 has said publicly that he felt the proposal crossed personal boundaries, framing it as pressure to compromise his integrity in exchange for financial advantages. He claims he declined immediately, choosing to keep his distance rather than get entangled in anything he felt was inappropriate. As these old stories resurface, people online have speculated about who else may have accepted or rejected similar opportunities, but no confirmed evidence supports those rumors. What is clear is that 50's refusal became another turning point in the growing divide between him and Diddy.net.
When he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Mika's in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. Stop it. Set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, no, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you've been the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They say you're a hater. They say you're crazy.
You do this. Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
When the story resurfaced, fans online began revisiting old photos of Meek Mill and Diddy attending events together. Some of the images showed them arriving closely or dressed in coordinated outfits, which sparked a wave of speculation on social media. Of course, none of these pictures prove anything on their own, but they became fuel for online conversations that often blur the line between fact and assumption.
Son, you trying to enjoy this life? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. I'm proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Meek Mill is often mentioned among the long list of celebrities who once moved closely within Diddy's social circle. But he's far from the only one. Over the years, many artists and public figures benefited from Diddy's influence, which created a complicated mix of loyalty, opportunity, and pressure within the industry. A resurfaced clip from Diddy's 2010 all-white party recently went viral, showing several high-profile entertainers celebrating with him and expressing gratitude for the support he had given them at the time. The footage reignited discussions about how much power Diddy held during his peak and how deeply that power affected careers around him.
You better believe it. Shout at Def Jam. We the best. You know what it is. 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe. Let's do it way big.
Peace out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. This is all brotherly love. My biggest brother with all the boss, Ricky Ross, is in the house. Ricky Ross, report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him through thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout out to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher were always seen in Diddy's circle, but Akin's appearance at one of those parties surprised a lot of viewers. Still, he wasn't the only major figure tied to Diddy over the years. Names like Kanye, Jay-Z, and Usher were all connected to him at different points in their careers. In reality, many of hip-hop's biggest power players crossed paths simply because they moved in the same high-level industry spaces. But now, as scrutiny grows, several of them are distancing themselves and downplaying just how close they once were. Whether that shift is coincidence or strategy is what fans are debating, especially as past relationships get re-examined under a much brighter spotlight.
You can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
According to allegations raised in court, those who entered Diddy's inner circle often found themselves pulled into situations they never expected. Cassie testified that Diddy would invite other well-known figures into environments where she felt exploited, describing scenarios that have since become central to the investigation. Another male performer also took the stand, claiming that Diddy and certain associates observed abusive behavior toward women during private gatherings. He stated that he tried to warn people years ago and identified Cassie as someone he believed was being harmed, but his accusations were dismissed at the time.
Contract. The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
He was one. He got them shit. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like he thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
So you have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what's going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that flicky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefy D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way, according to them.
Witnesses in the case have alleged that Diddy recorded many of the private encounters at his events in an effort to maintain control over the people around him. Several attendees reportedly believed they were simply going to exclusive parties, only to describe far more troubling experiences once testimony began surfacing, according to these accounts. Some guests felt manipulated or pressured, and many now fear that any footage collected over the years could be used against them. Investigators are reviewing these claims closely, and that pressure is one reason some celebrities have remained publicly silent while the case unfolds.
Which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay? Right. I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Smith's name also resurfaced online after news broke that federal investigators were looking into Diddy's activities. Almost immediately, Will publicly distanced himself, urging fans not to make assumptions or jokes about any connection between them. His quick response fueled speculation, but no verified evidence links him to the allegations surrounding Diddy. Online commentators have claimed that both Will and Jada attended some of Diddy's events over the years. But those claims remain unproven and largely based on rumor. What's clear is that the heightened attention surrounding the investigation pushed many celebrities to clarify their positions before becoming entangled in a narrative they never signed up for.
They're not going to come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape. And girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not going to show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. That's when they're going to start talking. And they're not going to be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
December 2023, 50 Cent announced plans to release a Netflix documentary exposing everyone connected to Diddy. Will it happen? The series is expected to dig into the inner workings of Diddy's operations rather than the latest gossip circulating online. 50 has emphasized that the documentary focuses on the structure and reach of Diddy's alleged enterprise, aiming to provide viewers with a detailed look behind the scenes rather than sensationalized rumors.
It's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff. But that one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Reports suggest that Diddy is seeking support from former associates and even individuals connected to the justice system as part of his push for release. Recently, 15 letters were submitted to the judge on his behalf, asking for his early release. While unusual, it's not unheard of for those with ties to a high-profile figure to speak in their favor. The unusual nature of the letters has drawn attention online, raising questions about the reach and influence Diddy may still hold.